My name is Douglas Shaw from Edinburgh Bike Fitting, and this is the Moda Finale. This is the Ruby Red, also available in the Pearl White. This bike is Moda's best-selling bike in the range. It is sold as an aero bike. Now the geometry is split over 6 sizes and is available from double extra small, and that I think is with a 46cm seat tube and a really flat top tube. So in the double extra small size, the stack is very, very low. It's quite a long bike really for its size as well. So you can get more, if you like, of an elongated position as a rider in this bike relative to a Stretto, a Vivo or a Tempo, other Moda models for instance. So this is their aero bike, and to complement that geometry, you also have an elongated tube profile, so you have more of a faced head tube. You have a clean front end, so no visible cables at the front. The standard build-up is a Superbox stem from Dida with an alloy bar, but it is also available with a carbon option from 80mm to 120mm with the Moda stems, and with the Dida stems they go all the way up to 140. So if you want a really, really long bike with hidden cables, super elongated aero position with a bar that's very narrow, this bike fits the bill. And again, the tube profiles of this bike really complement that. Now, to back that up, this is a bike that you're going to be going fast on, so there's going to be more power. There's quite a beefiness in the bottom bracket, so when you're driving down into the pedals, there's a lot of responsiveness from the frame. Stuart, actually one of the ex-pro bike fitters who now works with us at Edinburgh Bike Fitting, this is a bike that he rides and he absolutely loves it, and he rates it as one of the better bikes he's ridden in his pro cycling career, and he's ridden a lot of bikes. It's got a very good review from a very experienced cyclist. This bike is available from mechanical 105 12 speed all the way up to Ultegra Di2, and again Dura-Ace on special request if you really want it. As with all the other bikes in the range, the benefit of going with Moda is you can change the bar widths and the stem lengths at standard. So if you have a double extra small and you want a 140 stem, well, you can have it. Or if you have an extra large and you want an 80mm stem, you can also have that, and it's the same price, which is really great from a bike fitter's perspective because you get all shapes and sizes. Some people need quite a big drop with quite a short stem, and some people need not very much drop with a slightly longer stem, and every variation of that in the middle. And it's very frustrating to come across bike brands that don't allow that. Thankfully for us, when we sell a Moda, it really allows us to give the customer what they need from a contact point perspective without having to charge them any extra. It really does just add, if you like, to the value of the offering from the Moda Finale. Moving more into the tyre clearances, this is a modern road racing style bike, so the tyre clearances are 28 to 30mm. This is a 30mm tyre, and there is a little bit of extra room. I would say I could have probably got a 32 on that with this rim, but you have to watch because some rims are a bit wider, and with a wider rim and a wider tyre, it can blow up to a much wider tyre than you initially thought. Coming back round to the fork as well, with that same 30, there's a tiny bit of room left in there. There's a tiny bit more room for a bigger tyre, I would say, but 30, you've got loads of clearance there. You're not going to have to be worrying about stones coming up and ripping your fork apart and causing any damage. Lots of tyre clearance, aero frame, really nice clean front end, clean aero road bike with a great range of contact points, and it's available in the red and it's also available in the pearl white. The sort of cyclist who would be wanting this is someone who is riding a chain gang and maybe wants to ride a little bit faster with their mates. The other rider who's going to be wanting to ride this is maybe still someone who does their own thing but is looking to try and up the average speeds. It would probably not be a bike that I would want to take away and ride in the Alps because of the sort of style of bike it is. However, it's more than capable and more than responsive enough to be ridden in a criterium race, ridden in a road race, ridden on anything sort of flat, fast, high power. This bike really kind of comes into its own. It's exactly what it's been made for. So the cyclist who wants to buy this is a little bit more flexible, can hinge at the hips, and can also keep that pelvis nice and stable when they're driving down in the pedal stroke. Another feature about this bike that I would guess would kind of complement everything about the above is just the angle, if you like, of the double raked fork. It takes the front wheel just that little bit further away, so you've not got any kind of problem with toe overlap, tight corners, and you also get a really predictable front end. So when you're riding it into a corner, you really know where the bike's going. It really is a bike that has been well put together. Great option for anyone looking for a fast, aggressive aero bike.